So wouldn't the arrow go right?
64 is less than K. Oh, you're right. Oh my gosh. I'm trying too hard to rush because I know we're low on time. You're right. If 64 is less than K, then it should go to the right. You're correct.
Because it's positive.
Not because it's positive, but because 64 is less. So that means K has to be over here, right? If 64 is less, 64 has to be over here on the left. You're correct. Thanks for checking that for me. I'm just trying to rush to the next thing because I know time goes so quickly. Does that make sense, Alondra, why it's to the right? Yeah.
Yeah.
64 is less than the K. So that technically means the K is bigger.
So then does that change the graphing?
Yeah, it changed the graphing and it changes the init. We graphed it to the right now because 64 is less than K. So that means K is bigger. So K has to go to the right. So I changed the graphing. And then that also means that it's going to switch our inequality. So I just fixed it on the screen. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. 313. 323. And again, if you run into a problem that's not on there, feel free to look at the book. All right, so I just typed in the 4 you're going to work on. 307, as I said, I'm assigning again because most of y'all didn't finish it. So let's go back to groups. When she does this type of problem.
So you need to find the least common multiple for each denominator. So you can get the same denominator to make it easier to add or subtract.
Do you see that, Vanessa? Do you see what we're talking about? You have to have the same denominator, so you just have to look for something to multiply by. Can you finish it from here, Vanessa? Now that we have the same denominator?
Did you just add the 10 and 33?
Well, it's a -10, but yeah, -10 plus 33.
Oh yeah, -10.
So what do we get?
Would be 23 over 36.
Yeah, awesome. All right, let's go to our number line. So 23 over 36 is between 0 and 1. So let's put it there. Do you know if it's going to be an open circle or a closed circle?
Would it be open?
Good. And then G is less than 23 over 36. So is that left or right?
Would be left.
Yeah, because this is G and G is less. And then that goes to -infinity. So can you tell us the interval notation?
Would it be parenthesis negative infinity? And then 23 over 26 parenthesis.
Over 36, yep. Nice. Awesome. Cool. All right. Well, thanks for helping with that one. We'll go to the next group now. Next is room 5. So that's Charmaine. You be the first one in that room for letter B. Let me erase this. Okay.
Okay, I'm not sure if I did it right or not, but I wanted to go ahead. And so what I'm going to do first is, and I'm doing B, right?
Yes.
So you're going to divide by 7
Uh-huh.
on both sides, and then X is less than 4.
regular 4 or positive 4 or negative 4?
-4.
All right. And then the number line?
So you're gonna go 4 and then to the left towards infinity. Or
Okay.
negative infinity.
Is it open or closed?
Open.
Okay. All right, nice. So interval notation. Oh, oops, I started it.
So infinity, you're gonna have negative infinity, right? Oh, wait. Yes, negative infinity and -4.
Okay. What about for the brackets?
Both of them are parentheses.
Good, awesome. Cool, thank you. All right, let's see who's next for the next one. We have Jerry next. Gerardo.
For C, I'm not sure if I'm not sure if I did it right, but I did time. Oh,
I'm just writing it so we can do the multiplication.
okay. I flipped the 9/4 and multiplied 4/9 on both sides.
Okay,
So on the left side that cancels out. And then I did. Oh, I multiplied 36. Wait. No, sorry. I reduced the 36 and the 9.
okay, by what?
I got 4/1 and then
So you
on
reduced
both
by
sides.
9?
Yeah, sorry.
Oh. It's okay. So that's 4 times, you said 4? right?
Yeah.
Okay,
And that'll be 16.
okay.
And then I graphed that.
You have
I did
open or closed?
I have a closed circle. And then I have my arrow going to the left.
Okay, because G is less. Awesome. So this represents G and it goes forever. Okay. And then interval notation?
I did parentheses. I'm not sure if the infinity goes first, but I did negative infinity.
Yeah, you always read left to right like you're reading a word.
Okay.
So if I'm reading a word, I would start over here, right? And then I would go this direction. So the negative infinity is first. Yeah.
And then I did 16 and a bracket.
Okay. All right. Looks good to me. Everyone get the same thing in the class? Yeah. All right. Okay. Awesome. Thanks. So next we have Michael Fowler, because I know we have 2 Michaels. So Michael, can you help me out on 113? Or 313, sorry, not 113. Michael, you here?
Sage made it back
I did
in.
not get that far.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you didn't get that far. All right, do you want to try it? Or do you want to at least start it and see? Or do you know what the first step might be?
Let's see here. Let's see here. I have absolutely no idea, but I will try and figure this out.
Okay.
Let's see.
What's your first thought of what you would do? Like, what do you think? What is your first idea? If it's incorrect, it's totally fine. This is when we're learning. This is a learning time.
The first idea I would have would be to try and get U by itself.
Okay, but there's two of them, right? That's a good idea. We do want to get U by itself, but there's two of them, so we don't know which U. Maybe we should get the U's together.
Yes, that's a good idea as well. Let's see.
So right now we gotta move them. They're not together right now. So we gotta move one of them to go with the other one. Do you want to move the 8U or the 5U?
8U,
Okay. So how do we move it to the other side?
be 13U, be less than or equal to -21.
So it sounds to me like you did 5U plus 8U, like you just jumped over this. But there's an inequality there. So we can't jump over it. We have to actually move it to the other side. So if you're adding an 8U on this side, you have to do the opposite. So we have to subtract 8U on both sides. Like that. Does that make sense?
It does.
Okay. So 5 minus the 8, what do we get from that?
3U,
You said -3U?
no, it's just positive 3U.
Oh, but the 8 is negative, it's bigger. So it's like you owe $8 and you have 5, like you're still gonna owe money.
Still an 03, okay. that
Yeah,
makes sense.
the 8's bigger and that's what you owe. Okay, so the U is on one side now, there's only one U, so that's good.
Less than or equal to U minus 1. Or, I don't need that.
So there's just one number that's bothering the U now, that's preventing it from being
Still
a
the 3.
So how do we move that to the other side?
Add positive 3 to that.
So we always want to do the opposite of whatever it's doing right now. So what's the -3 doing to the U? Is it?
It's subtracting.
So if it was subtracting the U, it would look like this. So it's not subtracting. What is it doing to the U? Is it adding the U, multiplying the U, dividing the U?
Sorry, mass multiplying currently.
Yeah, so we got to do the opposite to move it to the other side. So what's the opposite of multiplying by a -3?
Dividing by 3.
-3, yep. Yeah, there you go.
3.
I get 7 from that, but let me know if you get something different.
Checks out.
Okay, can you help with the number line now?
All right, let's see. Okay.
Doesn't the sign flip because it turns positive?
Ah, somebody caught something. Who was that said that? Is that Jerry? Yeah. So Jerry pointed out something.
Good call.
He said that he's saying because you're dividing by a negative, we have to do something extra, right? So let's write that over here.
Wait, I
So
did
when multiplying or dividing by a negative number, well, just by a negative number or integer, whatever it is, just by a number, we must flip the inequality. So that's something we didn't do, so we need to do that. So let me erase it. Let me erase this inequality, and it gets flipped. So now it's gonna go this direction. And that's again, because we divided by a negative number on both sides.
Change.
Yep, it does. That's the rule. Anytime you multiply or divide by a negative integer or negative anything, it's gonna change the direction of the sign.
It's always, it's the rule. Okay,
Yep, always the rule.
okay.
A little star next to it. The rule. All right, so let's go back to our number line. What you're gonna put the 7 on the number line. Is it gonna be an open or closed circle?
Should be a close circle.
Good. And then right now it reads U is greater than or equal to 7. So which way are we gonna shade?
Head towards the right.
The right, good. And that goes all the way up forever. There's like a negative infinity or a positive infinity. It goes all the way up towards. All right, interval notation.
Bracket 7, comma, infinity, parentheses.
Perfect. Nice. See, you did it. All right. Does anyone have any questions on this one? No? Okay. Well, Sage is back. Yeah, she got disconnected, or Sage got disconnected earlier. So Sage, you want to do the next one?
I think she might be gone.
Oh no, she's gone again. Okay, well, never mind. I tried. Jade, you're up next then. You're group 6.
Okay, we're doing 323.
We are gonna do number 323. That one that looks like it's been at the gym a lot.
So first I did PEMDAS. So I distributed, first I dropped the 98, and then I distributed 5 to 2u and 5 to -5. So the first part is 9u plus 10u minus 25.
Okay. Did you do that on both sides?
Yes, so then do 12u minus 12 plus 7u.
Okay.
And then like terms, so the left side u minus 25 is greater than or equal to 19u minus 12.
19u minus 12. Okay.
After that, I added 25. So the -12 would turn into a positive 13.
Okay.
And then you have to subtract 19u from both sides. So it ended up, sorry, you're still writing.
No, it's okay. I'm trying to write. It's just because I'm using a mouse. I need to charge the iPad and get it connected. Oh, whoa, what happens there?
Then it's 0 is greater than or equal to 13. And 0 cannot equal 13 no matter what. So you're left with no solution.
Yeah, that sounds like super false, right? That doesn't sound true. 0 is greater than 13. Yeah, not true at all. At all. So we have, you said no solution. Isn't that something in the homework that I was grading? I feel like it was called like inconsistent or like, what was it called?
I can't remember.
Anyone in the class remember what it was called?
No.
Contradiction or what was it? Oh no. Huh? I'm worried if no one remembers because your test is Thursday and today's Tuesday and no one remembers. Okay, do you have notes to look at? What would it be called if it's 0 is less than or equal to 13? That doesn't make any sense. What would it be called?
Inequality.
It is an inequality, but what kind of conclusion are we drawing here? We say there's no solution. What else do we say?
Contradiction.
Okay, contradiction. So that is the conclusion we can make. And then something I noticed on the homework that a lot of people didn't write was when it said solution set, a lot of you left that blank. What would the solution set be here? I know we said no solution, but when you looked at your key and you corrected your homework last night, what did you see that was on there?
Correct? No, no sense.
Did everyone correct their homework last night and look at the key? It had something there where it said solution set.
Don't remember.
I think it's in the answer key for the chapter 1, I think, right?
This is 2.1 is where we got this from. This was the homework that was due and it was corrected last night. I graded it yesterday and it was corrected last night. So everybody should have looked at the key to correct it and turn it in last night.
Gotta get a better filing system.
Oh no, what if this is on the test on Thursday?
Will be.
All right, I'll tell you, since you're all scrambling and can't find it, it was a 0 with a slash through it. This means the null set, if you want to know what it actually stands for in English. It means the null set, which means no solution. There's nothing in there. But what it actually, like I said, translates to is the null set. If you want to know what it translates to specifically.
Sometimes they'll call it empty set.
Yeah, sometimes that as well. All right, I hope y'all have laid aside a lot of time to study because you have your first big test on Thursday. And there was some of this that it seems like a lot of y'all don't remember. So make sure you're really studying. I want you to do well and come to those hours if you need my help. Like I'm here for you. Professor Stevers is here for you. We want you to pass, but you gotta do your part. Reach out, study, practice. Okay. All right. Okay, number line we can't do because there's no solution. So no number line. Any questions before I clear this and we go to the next one? No.
Are you usually particular when that you do the solution set? Usually if they tell me no solution or null set, either one, I'm usually pretty good.
I gave it to them on the homework if they wrote it, but they had to write it next to solution set. Some of them just wrote it in like a random place
Okay.
and then didn't write solution set on any of the problems, like none.
I like to see contradiction and I like to see no solution or the solution set. Either one is good for me.
But on a lot of y'all's homework that I was grading, you didn't have solution sets for any of it. It was like you just solved it and then you wrote whether it was like a contradiction or whatever it was, and there was no
Or an
solution.
identity. You have to tell me it's all the real numbers is the
Yeah. They weren't, there was a lot that we're not writing that.
identity, and contradiction refers just to that equation or inequality.
Yep, not the
The
answer.
solution set is either no solution, empty set, or all real numbers.
Mhm. And there's a symbol if you want to use it for all real numbers.
Yeah.
It's also in the answer key. It looks like this. That was also in the answer key. So this means that it's all real solutions, all real numbers. So this is when you get something that the answer is like all the numbers. That's the symbol that you see in the answer key. That's what it means. So I want to make sure you understand the symbols you see.
And the material builds on itself. This is going to come back around.
Yep, this is not going away. Better to learn it now. All right, if there's no more questions, I'll go to the next one. Okay, the next person we're at is, we just had Jade, so Jonathan, you're next. Let me delete this. Next
Sorry,
one.
what was that about the real numbers?
Oh, that symbol that I showed you?
Yeah,
That's like when you get all real numbers. So let's say you get something like 3 equals 3. That's
oh,
your,
okay.
then you would say all real numbers. And then in the key, like I said, you'll see this symbol. That just means all real numbers.
Got it.
Because in math, we don't like to write out like a whole sentence for something that we write over and over and over. So we have a symbol to represent it.
Got it. Thank you.
Yeah, better than writing all real numbers, all real numbers, all real numbers. It's faster. All right, so Jonathan, can you help me out with this one?
Yeah, you're gonna write it out and then divide by 35 on each side.
Okay.
And then you get K is greater than or equal to
Fraction. I don't think it goes in nicely. It's like 2 and change.
so just write it in fraction form.
Yeah.
That can't be simplified, so that's your answer. So when you write out the line, you're gonna want to put a 0 and a 2. There's no
It looks like
35.
it's a little more than 2, don't you think?
Yeah, I'm gonna say 3. 0 and
35 times 2 is 70, so it's a little more than 2.
yeah. So do put 0 and 3. You could put 0 and 5 too. You know what I'm saying? So you're way
Yeah.
out there. But
So
go
this
with
is
3.
your 77 over 35 right there in the middle. Is it open circle or closed circle?
It's gonna be a closed circle because of the equal to sign, and then you're gonna go right
Okay, all the way.
to the infinite number. Now this is where I sometimes placing my in parent. That's gonna be a bracket
Mhm.
and then negative 7735 over 35, and then infinite number, and then a parentheses. Yeah.
Awesome, cool, good, great. Okay. So let's see what else we have. I know we have a lot of problems today. To be honest, we went pretty slow, but I was going the pace of the class. So I don't want to just sit up here and lecture you because you get that lecture in the video. The point of class is for us to go through it with you and make sure you're getting it and answer questions. So you might have to do a lot of this on your own because we went a little bit slower today to make sure everybody was understanding. So let me write the ones that are left. Because y'all are gonna have some homework to do for
Okay.
this.
Yeah, I'm done right now, baby.
Oh,
Do got a bunch of homework. I'm
we
coming.
can- Jonathan, we hear you telling your baby you're done.
Sorry. Almost done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think y'all have some work to do. So like I said, we might be able to stay after a little bit and help a little bit more, but we went a little slow today because everybody, it seemed like needed some assistance. So those are the ones that are left that we haven't done yet. Okay. Now we have no minutes left, so I can keep staying here, maybe another 5-10 minutes. I don't have office hours today. I don't know Professor Seaver's schedule. He might be able to stay a little bit. Remember, we have those hours. We are here to help you. We have office hours. I have instructional associate hours. You have your test. So please, 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 please come and ask us if you need help, if you have questions, anything. Like, we want you to succeed. We're here to help you. So just a reminder for the help. If you go on here, it says how to get help right here. Instructional associate, that's me. And there are other professors there as well. There's a bunch of professors in that list. So you can go here and you can meet with us on Zoom and get help. You can set appointments, you can drop in. There's also the learning lab, and then you can also email us questions. But I mean, we're down to like less than 48 hours to your test. So you really got to be on it. Really, really got to be on it. And if you need help, reach out. Any questions? I know class is just ending right now. No questions? Everyone's gonna ace this test? Yeah, we're all gonna rock it?
So the test on Thursday is everything, including what we learned today, right?
Yep.
Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Today we don't have to do any notes, right?
No, you're finishing this and then you're working on the review if you can get it started, but you are finishing this. Remember, I just typed in the chat the problem. So that's what you're doing
Okay.
tonight because we didn't get to all of it because I really wanted to make sure you understood. More important to me that you understand than I go really fast and then everyone leaves class lost. I don't want you to have that happen. Any other questions?
Do we have more homework besides the ones in the chat?
No. Oh, well, the graded ones. You have the graded ones. Those are
Okay.
always on there. You can see that on the actual sheet. I can share that if you want. But yes,
The one in the one in the chat is what's due today.
that and the graded ones are all due by tomorrow
Okay.
midnight. They're due by tomorrow midnight, but I'm telling you, don't just skip them because we didn't get to them in class. You still have to do them. That's what I'm trying to say. So remember that this entire thing is due by tomorrow midnight. So you have the problems we didn't finish, which were these and these. You have to finish. The answers are in the book. Remember, you have the answers. You can check. Please check your answers to make sure you're doing it right. And then these are the graded problems. And all of this is due by tomorrow at midnight. There are no lecture notes tonight because we're finishing a chapter. So you don't have any lecture notes to watch. Instead, you're working on this stuff. Do you have them starting the review at home, or are we doing it only in class?
They can go ahead and start it. We're gonna work through it in class tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay.
What I want to say about like the completion, there's like completion and there's the actual graded, right? And there's like 4 problems that we're grading here. Like if you're not understanding any of those things, like come to office hours, man. Like it's like you're getting points and lots of points taken off for stuff that like you can come by office hours and ask me about, and I'll give you the answer. We'll work through it. But like if you have 4 problems that are graded, put a little emphasis on them. I don't know. That's not a lot of work.
Is 2.3 due today?
Yes.
The corrections for 2.2 are due today as well, right?
Yes. So the 2.2 solution should be up.
Let me write that then, so everyone's on the same page. 2.2 corrections due tonight. 2.3 homework. Remember, we did a lot in class. It's due tonight. This is 2.5 and 2.6 is due tomorrow at midnight. But if I was you, I would not be waiting to do this because you have your test to study for tomorrow. If I was all of you, I would do this tonight, get it turned in. Hopefully we'll even have time to start grading it so you can get some feedback. And then tomorrow work on your review. I would not wait to do this until tonight or tomorrow, sorry, until tomorrow. Because you really got to focus on your review tomorrow. Okay. And then tomorrow is review. And then Thursday's the test. Okay. Any questions? And if you have to go, I understand. Totally get it. It's past time.
Okay, thank you everyone and have a good day.
Bye, good luck. Let us know if you need help. We're here for you.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you.
All right. Any other questions? Or are you all wanting to do some more problems? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I was hoping we could do 397, at least one from section 6.
Do you have time, Professor Stevers, to stay today?
I have a little bit of time.
A little bit of time? Okay. Because today I don't have office hours because I have an appointment I have to go to. I have an appointment on Thursdays or Tuesdays. Can you work on 337 with them, or do you want me to try to squeeze that in real quick?
Yeah, I can do it.
I said 397.
Oh, sorry.
From
390.
section 6.
Yeah.
You can get to any of those from that section.
Okay. I know some of them are just word problems, so it's like you have to translate and then you do the same thing once you translate, so that's nice. Let me see if I can bring it up. Oh, I see. So it's split. Okay. Okay, that one's actually fast. I thought it was going to be a word problem one. So that one is 377. So for that one, you are doing x less than 4 and x is greater than -2. That's the one you're referring to, correct? Michael?
397.
This is 377. Is this not the one you're looking at?
No, 397 in section 2.6.
Okay. Figure that then. 397 is -3 less than 2x minus 5 is less than or equal to 1.
Yes.
Okay, so this is very similar to what we just did, except now we have two inequalities instead of one. So when you add something to both sides, now there's not a both sides. Now there's a three sides. So it's the same process, but now we have three sides. So if you want to add 5 to get rid of it, you have to add 5 to all three sides instead of both sides. So I believe that's a 2 on this side and a 6 on this side. Okay, same with the 2. We need to get rid of this 2, right?
Right.
Divide by 2, but not on both sides, instead on three sides. And now, doesn't this look like what we did today? X is in the middle. We graph it, we shade, we write the interval. Do you think you can do it from there based on what we did? Michael?
Yeah. Trying to pull up a similar problem.
Oh, okay. So pretty much we put the 1 and the 3 on the number line. And then open or close circle.
Close.
Closed on both?
Yes.
I think one of them's open.
Oh,
It's open.
oh, right. The first one is open.
Mhm.
I wrote it down incorrectly.
Okay. And then X is between them. So that should help with shading. Shading's between. And then for our interval, are we gonna have brackets, parentheses? What are we doing?
Brackets.
Bracket on the 3, because it's a closed circle. And parenthesis on the 1, because it's an open circle.
Okay.
And everybody else, are you doing okay?
Okay, thank you.